Hello everyone, this is Tiwari Sir here. Today we shall explain the basic concept of Python. This explanation is for young students who are interested in learning the basic concept of Python. For example, we find that in boards like CBSE, Python has been introduced at very early classes. Even from class 7, there are chapters which deals with Python. So I'm trying to explain it in very simple language and only the basic concept which will be of interest to the CBSE students of class 7, 8, 9 and 10. All right. However, anybody who is interested in knowing the basic concept of Python can also benefit from here. What you are seeing in front of your screen is the Python IDLE. You see what is written here? IDLE shell 3.9.7. So what is IDLE? It is an environment where we can do Python programming. And 3.9.7 is obviously the version. This thing you see, this is known as prompt. When we start IDLE, what appears is the Python shell. And these three lines are known as Python IDLE. Here we can test our commands. However, if we want to write some program, we have to move to the script one. So let us begin. Suppose I am writing a plus b, enter. A plus b, I am giving enter. You see, we are getting an error. So before I begin everything, let me explain this concept of error. In any programming language, as you all know, there is possibility of error. So before we begin our course, let me explain the concept of error. You see what I have written, a plus b, and what I have got, an error, because a and b is not defined. So before using anything in programming language, we have to define the variables. Now, unlike C, C++, Java, or contemporary language, we don't have to define the data type of variable in Python. For example, suppose I am writing a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20 and c is equal to a plus b. Now what we are getting? Now print c. See what we are getting. We are getting 30. Now we have defined the variable a and b. We have given initial value to a and b, thus we are getting the correct answer. But in major languages like C, C++ and Java, this is not the case. For defining a variable, we have to mention its data types. All right. But Python is a very flexible language. Here we don't have to mention the type of variable. We simply have to assign the value, and Python is smart enough to understand what type of data we are using. So here what I have explained the use of arithmetic operator plus. Python has numerous arithmetic operators like plus, minus, into, division, floor division, and exponent. These are some of the arithmetic operations of Python. Next, obviously you see syntax, because this is not a syntax. I just wanted to explain, so I have written this one. So before proceeding further, let me explain these two operators. These two operators is of interest. There is one more operator which is known as mod operator, and its symbol is percent. So let me first explain these operators, because since you are learning this Python as your first programming language, and since you are in lower classes, it is very essential that I explain it everything in details and in as simple as language possible. So suppose I am writing 5 divided by 2. What I am getting? I am getting result 2.5. But what if I write 5 floor division 2? You see, we are getting result 2. This means what? This means what? The decimal point has been truncated. This is floor division. That means floor division means it will take the lower value. Now, one interesting fact is that suppose I am writing -5 divided by 2. Here, many students do mistake. You see, what we are getting? -2.5. But mistake can happen in this thing. You see, 5 floor division 2. Expected answer would be 0.2, minus 2. But what we are getting? We are getting -3 because -3 is the floor. -3 is the floor value in context of -2.5. Minus 3 is less than -2.5. I hope you understood. Next. Next thing I will explain is the mod operator. You see, this is mod operator. Now, what does it do? Suppose 10 mod 2. What we are getting? Remainder 0. Suppose I am writing 15 mod 3. What we are getting? Let me 15 mod 4 I am writing. So remainder is 3. What is happening? 3 4s are 12. Remainder is 3. Mod operator gives us the remainder. Exponent. These are the exponent. This is a very interesting operator which is not present in C and C++. Even Java, we don't have an operator which does this thing. So there we have to use many roundabout techniques. In fact, there are functions for doing the power operation, but Python has provided a very good operator. For example, 5 power 2. What we are getting? Exponent. That means 5 power 2, which is 25. Now, this is a very useful operator. Plus minus into, I don't think we have to discuss this because you all are aware of this. This is our first lesson, and in this first lesson, I will try to concentrate on the operators. And in preceding lessons, I will give the explanation of the other topic. Since I'm assuming that you don't know any programming language at the moment, I'm assuming that you are students of class 7, class 8 who are just having their first hand experience of programming. So I will be trying to explain it as detailed format as possible. So operators, you see, so what are operators? A plus B, A plus B. Here A and B is the operand. A and B is the operand and plus is the operator. All right, A, B is the operand and plus is the operator. What is A? What is the plus operator doing? It is adding the value of A and B. Now let me see. Now let's see this operator, plus 5. Here, or this is minus 5. What is minus 5? Minus 5 is the negative value of 5. Here, here minus operator is working on one variable, one constant, that is 5. These types of operators which works on a single operand is known as unary operator. All right, operators are of two types: unary operator, binary operator. Let me increase the font size so that you all can see it distinctly. Operators are of two types: unary operator, binary operators. All right, unary operator is an operator which works on one operand. For example, plus 5. This is here 5 is a unary operator. Unary operator. Whereas A plus B, here plus is working in context of two operators. Here A plus B, in this context, plus is a binary operator. So operators which work on one operand is known as unary operator. Operator which works on two operand is known as binary operator. Operator which works on three operand is known as ternary operator. In C and C++, conditional operator, that means this particular operator is very popular. And this is a ternary operator which works on three operand. All right. So the first thing which we are studying, in fact, the first thing which should be studied while learning a language is its operator and the keywords. So we are first concentrating on the operators. So these are the arithmetic operators. All right. Next, we shall study the relational operators. You see, you see these operators: greater than, equal to, less than equal to, not equal to, All right. Less than, greater than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to. These are all the relational operators. What do relational operators do? Relational operators are used for comparison. All right. It will compare and give us the Boolean value. For example, A greater than B. If the value of A is greater than B, then this expression will return true. If it is not so, it will return false. All right. So these will return Boolean values. That means either true or false will be returned. Similarly, there is concept of Boolean operator, and or not, and or not. These are all relational. These are all Boolean operators, and they are also used to create. They are also used in generating different types of conditions. All right. So first, what we have to understand? First, we have to understand that Python is an interpreter-based language. All right. And it is an open source language which has numerous software where we can run this program. I am using ideally because it is used in most of the school books, and it is also very simple and doesn't require much of the configuration. Second thing which I already mentioned, two things we have to remember: shell and script. When you want to test individual commands, as we are doing here, we use shell. But if you want to learn the details, if you want to write a big program, then we have to go into the script mode. To transfer to script mode, we have to click on the file and click on new, and we shall move to the script mode. All right. For example, let me do a simple program. For example, suppose A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30. Sorry, C is equal to A plus B. Now let me print it. Print C. What we will do, we will save this program. We will save this program, and by default, it will take the extension py. So let me give it any name. Let me give, this is YouTube 1. YouTube 1. Let me mention is Python YouTube 1, so that we can keep the record of it. All right. So here is our program, and let me run it. What we are getting? We are getting the value. We are getting an error. Now see what happened. Why have we got an error? See closely. Here I have used a variable C, and here is also I have used a variable C. But like most of the programming language, C is Python is case sensitive language. That means small case is not same as uppercase. You see, internally small c is not same as capital C. All right. Capital alphabet starts from 65 in ASCII as well as Unicode character set, and small c it starts, small alphabet starts from 97. So there is a mismatch, and error was generated. Now I have replaced this C with the correct version of it. Now you see what happens. So we got the answer 30. All right. And we got the answer on the prompt. So this is how we write small programs in Python. So dear students, this is our first lesson. I am trying to keep the lesson small and brief so that you can easily watch the videos and gradually learn the Python coding. You all should regularly watch this channel so that one by one you will get lessons on different programming language. Okay, and gradually as you proceed here, I hope you will learn. You will be good in programming. Thank you.